Welcome everyone. I am excited to show you this property today. Now, normally we show you new modern homes. That's what we try to focus on. But this one's pretty interesting. Now, this home was actually built in 1993, which in terms of Las Vegas, that makes this an older home. Now, the builder owner came in and remodeled this entire home. Allegedly, they spent over $1 million on this remodel. So today we're gonna go tour this property and I'm gonna explain to you some of the remodeling features, some of the things they changed, and some really interesting construction details. Now, let's get started. First off, you'll notice throughout this entire main floor, we have 24 by 48 inch porcelain tile that looks like marble. It's actually very stunning in person. Now, above us, you can see we have exposed beams. These are actual structural beams, so these are actually important for the integrity of the home. Now, like we normally do, let's kind of migrate towards the kitchen area and start there first. So we've got a couple steps down into this area, which this is really an entertainer's home. So this space that we're in right here is actually just an open concept family room, which is a great feeling when you're here. Now, starting with the kitchen, we have our 3 pendant lights for a little decor. You'll notice we have real marble countertops. These are actually gorgeous in person. My one criticism, if you watch my videos, you know, my one criticism is this is only about 1.5 inch. This would have really been nice to have a 3-inch mitered lip. My one criticism, I don't have many for this home, but that's one. I think that would have been a nice touch. Now, coming inside the kitchen, you'll notice that we have shaker style cabinetry, very popular, but it's important for me to note, most of the shaker style cabinetry that you've seen is actually prefab, Chinese. When you're feeling it in person, you can tell the quality difference. These are actually custom cabinets that are shaker style, so it is a major quality difference. We do have Z-line appliances for most of the appliances here. We got a farm style sink, very popular, very nice little window to look out to the pool backyard area. We do have refrigeration here. We've got the Z-line 48-inch 7-burner for the grill top, and then we have the matching 48-inch vent hood. Now, you may notice, not from this vantage point, but we have over here, we have the white marble quartz, and because it's become so popular, we have a contrasting island. So this is actually called a leathered granite. So this is a little bit more raw. So instead of being polished and sheen, this is just a little bit more of like a natural aggregate look. It's very cool. And in some capacities, it looks like leather. Now, the island cabinetry, I actually love this. This is more what I would do. These shaker style cabinets are more of a gray ash, and in person, these look stunning. I absolutely love it. Now, coming over in this direction, you can see that we have the shaker style cabinets. They took them all the way up to the ceiling, so kind of a nice touch. We have the 48-inch cafe refrigerator. We got some champagne on lock. Very nice. And then of course we have the matching dual oven made by Z-Line. And then down here we have the built-in microwave oven by Z-Line. So very nice. All right, let's check out this area. So over here we have kind of a bay window area for the breakfast nook area. And this of course looks at the pool and some of the backyard. It's actually very private over here. So you really don't even, frankly, you don't even need any window treatments because really no one's looking in your backyard. Now down this area, there's a step down, and then this is our laundry area. So we have a couple closets right here for storage, pantry, no big deal. Now we have a beautiful gray marble countertops. Again, this is real marble. This isn't quartz to emulate. This is real marble. And they brought it up to the backsplash. So very lovely. You've got a nice stainless steel sink. We have the same matching shaker cabinets that we had in the kitchen. It's kind of odd. We have gray marble, and then we have white marble countertops, but this looks like a different marble than the kitchen. Kind of odd. But they did do a waterfall return, so that gives it a nice, luxurious look. We have our washer and dryer, and remind me later, because there's another area for washer dryer, which we discovered at the very last second. Now, this is a really cool feature that we're seeing more and more. I've got my fur baby, Deuce, what up? I love this. This is a little interesting. So this is actually a dog washer, which makes a tremendous amount of sense, and it's actually a great height but it's only a great height if you have a dog that's like this big. If you have a bigger dog, you know, a Rottweiler that weighs 100 pounds, good luck lifting that dog up into here. But nonetheless, very cool idea, very popular. Now we're gonna actually check out this garage because normally we don't spend time on garages, but this one is actually really, really neat. So if you've never seen it before, and I hope this shows up on camera, but this epoxy floor, we've seen epoxy floor for decades, but this is a special Sherwin-Williams metallic epoxy. Incredibly difficult to lay down. Margin of error is non-existent, but it just has this rich, sheen, glossy look to it. This is what you'll find in casinos and law offices. Very, very luxurious. Just to do a 3-bay garage, this is about $20,000, so very, very expensive. We got our water heater over here. We have a hookup for the water softener, and this house does actually have central vacuum. A little old school, but convenient. As we pan around this way, it'll be a little dark, but we do have the frosted glass pane, and this is a 3-car. So we have 2-car here, and then we have a separate 3rd-bay garage. And of course we have the new modern wall-mounted garage door openers. That's enough of the garage. Let's get back in this house and let's see this family room area. So follow along. All right, so over here, you can get a sense of the space, right? Over here, we actually have a full wet bar. So we have the same leathered granite countertops that we had in the island over in the kitchen. We've got refrigeration down here. And then of course, since it's a wet bar, we have a little sink. Yeah, it's a nice wet bar. And again, this house is more of an entertainer's house. So much more of an open concept, less formal areas. I love it. Now, yeah, let's swing over this way. So this area over here, this is actually a water feature. We've got it turned off right now just so it doesn't compete with the microphone, but kind of a neat artistic concept idea. Some people have talked about putting a projector over here. I think this home is just too open and bright. I think you'd struggle with a projector unless it's nighttime. Now this is something to discuss. Second pick. So we have a media wall here. We have a nice stacked stone veneer. And I don't know if this is a new fireplace or if they painted the original. This is one thing. I'm a stickler when it comes to home theater, entertainment, that kind of stuff. I would have loved to have seen a 72-inch linear fireplace. We see them all the time in the newer homes. That's one thing I would have changed, but then you have your obligatory flat screen hookup over here. Again, I'm being nitpicky, but that's one thing I would have changed. Very, very, very simple to swap out. Now we're back to the main foyer area, and we're gonna come down this area where we have some secondary bedrooms and the powder bath. We have just a basic coat closet over here. And then in here, we have a drop-in vanity, toilet, you know, nice little mirror, but we have 3D gloss tile that goes all the way to the ceiling. It's nice. It's a pretty basic powder bathroom, but very nice. Now we got 4 steps. So we're gonna try to have Ashley not fall while she does this. So coming down here, we have, well, that dipped down low. So over here, this is kind of interesting. I thought this was gonna be a coat closet. We didn't see this with the owner originally. Now this is actually a dryer hookup. So you could actually have another washer dryer stacked here just for these 2 secondary bedrooms. Maybe a little overkill, but kind of a neat feature, right? Okay, we have bedrooms 1 and 2 over here. So we'll start over here. This is a pretty small room, to be honest. This is more of like an office, but what's neat is every single room in this property is a suite. So in here, we have the beautiful marble countertops. We have a drop-in vanity. I actually like the style of this mirror. We don't see this very often. And then basically every bathroom was done the same way. I actually like that. I like that every bathroom was nice and uniform, but you tell me, do you guys like it all the same, or would you prefer to have different styles in different bathrooms? So in here, we have a rainfall style shower head. We have Calcutta porcelain. So it looks like marble, but really it's porcelain. Overall, just a very nice, simple shower. And we have kind of like a barn style sliding glass door. Kind of neat. And then we have a walk-in closet. I'll show you the next one, but there's one thing that they kept that I love. So here we have bedroom number 2. We have a slight vault to the ceiling. So even though this is a very small bedroom, it feels more spacious because you have the volume ceilings. Now, Again, we have the same general style in the bathroom. So we have the white marble countertops, drop-in vanity, a larger mirror that looks nice. We have the same Calcutta shower. And then you can kind of see we have a larger, nicer walk-in. So you have custom closet. It's actually really, really nice, especially for a secondary bedroom. Pretty neat. All right, keeping it moving this direction, we've got Nest thermostats everywhere. Now, this basically concludes the main floor. One of the neat things about this home that you never see in Vegas ever is this home actually has a basement. So right now, we're actually gonna go downstairs and check out this basement area. All right, guys, welcome to the basement area. Again, this is something you don't find in Las Vegas. I mean, less than 1% of homes, way less than 1% of homes have basements. A tiny fraction, maybe 100 homes in this entire city have basements. So we have faux beams. So these are just for decor, but it matches the structural beams that we had upstairs. We've got about 8-foot ceiling, but this is a massive basement. So this is wonderful for a man cave, movie theater, whatever you want. Now over here, we have another wet bar area. So we have that same wonderful leather granite that we had upstairs in the wet bar and on the kitchen island. And then we have kind of like a mini fridge for refrigeration and that same lovely ash gray wood that we had on the kitchen island. Now, this is a really neat feature that you wouldn't appreciate unless you knew Vegas architecture. The fact that we have all this natural light is amazing. Typically, when we have a basement in Las Vegas, it's completely all walled in, and then you'll have an emergency exit with just a tiny little, ladder that will get you up, just for emergency purposes. This is really neat because you have a huge little covered patio area, and then this leads up to the pool area. So this is wonderful for entertaining, hanging out. Again, this is not something you normally see in Las Vegas. Now, bringing it back over this direction. Now, this was the staircase that we came down originally. And then over here is a nice, small bathroom. It actually does have a shower. So the shower is more for if you were in the pool and you wanted to come in and rinse off real quick. I doubt you need a shower after watching a movie, but who knows what you're doing during the movie? I don't know. You got a shower, go for it. Over here, this to me would be designed for the actual movie theater. So this would be the actual movie theater screen, multiplex televisions, what have you. Now, we came down that staircase, but over here, we have another staircase that leads into the main area. So I know I told you that we were done with the main floor, but this staircase is something that we really need to discuss. So let's go back up to the main floor so I can spend a minute explaining the staircase with you. Welcome back to the main floor. Now again, this is our front door over here to your left. This is going to be set up as a formal living space, which no one really uses, but it looks nice. And then over here, this was our formal dining area, which you will use once or twice a year. But the reason we came back up here is to discuss this. Now, I know talking about staircases and banisters and railings are not the sexiest topic, but I wanted you guys to be a little more educated. So let's discuss this. This originally was all drywall, like a little pony wall going up. Very 90s. And in some ways, this is still a little bit 90s decor, but I love what they did with this. So while the whole main floor is that porcelain 48-inch tile that we discussed, all of the other areas are actually either carpet or engineered bamboo. So you'll see a lot upstairs is engineered bamboo along with the stairs. So the treads, the risers, this is all bamboo. So it's very resilient and looks very lush. Now, this is what's cool. Now, to create this spiral staircase, this is difficult. So this is actually made out of poplar wood and was fully custom. So they came in, they soaked all of this poplar wood and then slowly bent it into place. With a series of clamps and bends and soaking, they were able to reconstruct the radius of this staircase. So again, you can imagine just how difficult this was of a process. So I was told this was $45,000 to custom construct. And to me, I don't know if it looks like $45,000, but this definitely makes this whole space look fantastic. I know I say fantastic all the time, but really, you'll appreciate this in person. So maybe it was money well spent. All right, now that we've concluded the basement, the main floor, let's get upstairs. Let's check out the primary suite and 2 more bedrooms. All right, now I'm at the top of the landing from the stairs, as you just saw, and coming out of a primary suite, this is what you want to see. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful look, especially with the dramatic winding staircase. All right, having said that, let's check out the primary suite. Now, like we already discussed, the flooring is all engineered bamboo wood, so very lush, very nice, very cool. Over here, we have the media wall, so you'll have your obligatory hookups for your flat screen television. Again, not loving this idea. This would have been perfect for either a 60-inch or even maybe a 72-inch linear fireplace. I think that would have been a nice touch. Because this is a primary suite, you actually have a nice little balcony area. They resurfaced all of the outdoor tile. I'll explain that more when we actually get outside. But again, it's very private. Your next door neighbor over here has like a 20-car, almost like commercial grade garage. It doesn't look like anyone's looking in your bedroom, so you're fine. Now, we have, these are about 10-foot high ceilings. We have a retreat area over here. This is the closet area, but this connected to the bathroom. So let's go into the bathroom first, and then you'll be able to see the relationship with the closet. Another thing, you wouldn't know, but these are solid core doors, so there's a certain weight to it. It feels a little bit more luxurious. Now, we have 12 by 24-inch polished porcelain tile, very, very, very lovely. And then we have the matching porcelain tile for like a backsplash for the wall going all the way up to the ceiling. Now we have our vanity. We have the same beautiful white marble countertops that we had in the kitchen. And then we have marble above mount sinks as well. So nice, we have our little hookups over here. Now, let's swing over this way and talk about this shower because this is really the centerpiece of this bathroom. So I'm gonna roll it in here for a second. All right, I love the little river rock. So this is nice, not slippery. But let's talk about water features. All right, we have 6 body washers right here. So copious amounts of body washers. We have 2 wands. I guess you can run dueling hand washers. You got 2, so you got 2 of them. You have a lovely waterfall shower head, and then this is the craziest part. You have a massive rainfall water head from the ceiling, and it also has LED lighting and it has Bluetooth speakers, so you can literally rock on and have a party in here. Makes for an exciting shower for you and your friends. All right, so again, beautiful implementation of the polished floor, and of course nowadays we need to have our obligatory soaking tub, but this is very beautiful. It's very elegant, very nice. And then over here we have just a simple toilet closet for you there. Now, to your right, going over this direction, the closet is almost part of the bathroom. So we have a bank of cabinetry here. And then here's our door to go back into the primary suite. But then we have a really nice sized closet. Some of this was original and refinished, some of it's new, but you can see, I mean, this is a very, very spacious closet for a primary bedroom. Very, very lovely. All right, now that we have finished the primary suite, we have 2 bedrooms left before we go outside. So follow me and we're gonna check out these 2 bedrooms. All right. Here is the next bedroom. So upstairs, these are much larger rooms. So this is more of a normal sized bedroom. Downstairs a little bit small. Nice ceiling fan. I did notice earlier, no recessed lighting. That could be a little bit nicer. Again, the bathrooms are mostly all the same. This one's a little bit different. Upstairs, we have a couple different features. We still have the white marble countertops that we love. I love the mirrors. But now upstairs, 2 differences. We have 3D tile all the way to the ceiling. So we have the shower surround and then coming back over to the vanity area. But now we also have bathtubs. So obviously you need this if you have children and for your 100-pound Rottweiler. Behind me over here, maybe we'll get some B-roll. We do have a walk-in closet. So again, every bedroom is going to be set up as a suite. So that's sweet, ain't it? All right, last bedroom. This one's a really good size, still a little bit smallish, but this one's a little bit of a more square. No recessed lighting, nice ceiling fan. And when we come in here, I did mention nice 12 by 24-inch porcelain tile, polished, very lovely. The white marble countertops, the same drop-in, same mirror, and here we have the same orientation with the 3D tile that goes all the way to the ceiling. And then in here, we have the walk-in closet. But here's what I wanted to talk to you about. Some of you youngsters might not know about this. pocket doors. Pocket doors. I actually love this. It's a brilliant idea. I don't know why we don't really use them anymore. I mean, now it's popular to have the barn door, but structurally, if you can, it's awesome to have a pocket door, so nothing swinging. All right, that pretty much kills it. We've seen the basement, we've seen the main level twice, we've seen upstairs. Now, let's get this thing wrapped up and head outside so we can check out this pool area and all the entertaining spaces we have. All right, guys, welcome to the backyard area, and we're gonna wrap this up. Now, the whole backyard has been refinished, remodeled a little bit. So first off, up here, this is actually the main area that we walked into from the front. So depending on how you choose to look at it, the main floor might actually be the second floor. The basement, which is down here, might actually be the first floor, but realistically, this is still considered a basement, if you will. Now, the basement patio area was all concrete. They've restained it, so it's all brand new, and they did it the right way. We'll discuss the flooring upstairs when we get to the balcony area, but let's kind of take a tour and check out the rest of this. Again, beautiful retaining wall. We've got a $40,000 Canary Island date palm. Maybe I'm exaggerating, maybe it's $30,000, but it's usually about $1,000 a linear foot. Now, again, like we discussed, this is cool because the basement area has access to the backyard. So right here, this is the stairs to lead into the backyard. Very nice. All right, let's come up the stairs right now and let's check out what they did to the patio area up here. Now, we have a very, very, very long covered balcony area. So again, this is really, really useful. You can see just how long, and it wraps around a little bit. Now, one thing I want to discuss is this balcony originally was Spanish terracotta tile, so very dated, not aesthetically pleasing, certainly doesn't match the regular motif of this house. So normally when people flip houses, they just slap a coat of paint on, and the truth is it's gonna come right up in about a year at most. What they did is they went in, they grounded all the tile down to a more even surface, stripped all the veneer off, then they sanded it, then they put down the paint epoxy. So it actually looks pretty good, but you guys tell me, is this something that you like, or would you prefer that they went with a different tile? I'd love to hear your comments. So tell me what you think, if you actually like this look, or if you would prefer that they went in a different direction. Now over here, this is the main patio area. So this is the family room area. This is the kitchen area. So yeah, very shaded, very nice, good place to be outside. Now, because we're right off of the kitchen, we have our outdoor kitchen area. So we've got a lovely charbroil 36-inch grill, some little storage options, and then of course we have the counter surface, which is very similar to the one that's inside. So this is like that leathered quartz or granite that we were discussing. So very nice. All right, let's check out this pool area. Now, this pool has been completely resurfaced, completely. So instead of plaster that you normally see, this has more of like a natural sand look because this is composed of Pebble Tech. So it's very nice out here in Las Vegas, especially with all the dust and dirt in the air. This hides a lot of it when it hasn't been cleaned. So it's just an overall good look. We have an elevated jacuzzi. Maybe the third nitpick I'm gonna give you. Instead of this little waterfall area, since we redid the entire pool and jacuzzi, I probably would have cut it here, cut it at the end, and made a more dramatic cascading waterfall. But you guys tell me, am I just going overkill? Do you guys even care about it? Who knows? Over here, we have brand new pool equipment. We have a bank of 3 new air conditioning units. So again, this whole house has been completely stripped down. It's basically a brand new home. What do you think? You guys, you tell me. Do you like the pool? Do you like the backyard? Especially the basement, because again, in Las Vegas, that is huge. Did you guys like the basement? Is that something important to you? Would you prefer, instead of having a basement, to have a normal floor plan where we had maybe a huge loft? I'd love to hear your comments. Well, anyways, that about wraps it up. Special thanks to the listing agent and the owner for allowing me to shoot this property. Stay tuned because we've got more property tours and more update videos coming your way. Please click to like, click to subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Deuces.